We're talking with Governor Gavin Newsom. A couple other topics real quick. We haven't seen you since you debated Governor Ron DeSantis. Before that, we sort of went viral when you talked to us about how you were baiting him into that debate. You're baiting him with the debate offer?
Of course. I mean, why is he debating a guy who's not even running for president when he's running for president?
What was that experience like for you?
Well, it was surreal. I mean, it was legitimately 2-on-1. So that was an experience. It was not advertised as that, but it certainly was produced accordingly. It was surreal because I still am sort of perplexed why a presidential candidate would debate a governor from another state. I still don't know why, but it was a great experience, just the experience itself. It was an opportunity to expose and express a contrast to the policies of not just Ron DeSantis, but the Republican Party. And you're seeing that playing out. You're seeing it in Texas right now on the issues of abortion. And the Attorney General in Texas wanted to criminalize doctors, just like Ron DeSantis wants to criminalize not just doctors, but women. The issues around book bans and this cultural purge and using education as a weapon for their cultural expression. And so all of that was on display on a network that never hears any of that. It's a network, it's just surround sound anger machine where voices like ours are left out. And so getting in there, I thought, was important. And I think more Democrats need to do that.
When Ron DeSantis pulls out of his jacket a map of poop in San Francisco, what goes through your mind?
He's no Ronald Reagan. I mean, that's where the Republican Party is today. I mean, here's a guy running for president of the United States and, wow, pulls out a poop map. By the way, rules of the debate were pretty clear that there was none of those games. So, I mean, rules don't apply to them over there. And it shows the level of just deep, I don't want to relitigate it except to say I was embarrassed for him. Let's just say that.
And you had never met him before.
No.
What was it like behind the scenes?
He was even stiffer during the breaks and before and after than he was even on screen. Look, I'm not a fan of his values, his policies, his demeaning of the LGBTQ community, his demeaning of women, his demeaning of the black community. I mean, this is a guy who believes slavery. I mean, he doubled down. Tim Scott told him to apologize, and he doubled down, saying slavery was somehow a quote-unquote workforce development program or provided professional skill development. I mean, he got rid of AP African American Studies. What's CRT and DEI all about? I mean, this anti-woke thing is really about him saying he's anti-black. I don't like this guy in terms of those values.
You think he's anti-black?
No, I'm just saying those policies are.
Yeah.
Fundamentally. You don't promote slavery somehow as a workforce development program. You don't reject AP African American Studies. You don't have a publisher because of your anti-woke policies that actually wrote out Rosa Parks' race until people like myself and others expressed such outrage because they wanted to comply with the law. Unless you've got an agenda that I think is as different, as I said, as daylight and darkness between the agenda of a state like ours, which believes in pluralism and celebrates our diversity. I don't like the weaponization of grievance. I don't like the demeaning of vulnerable communities, women and minorities, and I don't like what he's done on a lot of these policies.